As you can see, the terrain all changes as you get further east. This is just outside of Nashville. I'm only like 4 miles outside of Nashville. Excuse me for the horrible dirty windscreen. I am going to go in now into the next truck stop, into the Loves, and get myself some windscreen wipers. We're done with these windscreen wipers. They've served the purpose, 330,000 miles. They've done pretty good, so it's time they had to depart from the truck. Go. It is still cold over here, but as you can see, you get a lot of woodland here, and it's getting all the mountainous heat now as well, going up and down, obviously, like mountains do. Not anything super harsh, but a bit. There's a couple bit further on. There's a big old slope going down, but nothing.
Anybody tell me how far it is to the state line of 44 to Kentucky?
Not very far. It's yeah, all the way up here to top of New York State, and all there is similar sort of brush to this. Get a lot of lakes around here as well, and but it goes more alpine once you get up to New York State. See, similar to what we are over at Washington, over my state side, well, western side of Washington. The east side's all desert and shit. Nice roads. Same as in Kentucky. I missed Kentucky out. I was a state out actually this morning when I mentioned that I was going into on the state line of Tennessee. I wasn't. On state line of Kentucky. Hey ho, oops, sorry. It's an easy thing. There's a lot of states to miss one out. Roads a nice, beautiful day. Why are we stopping? What the hell? Come on. Really? Beautiful day. I spoke too bloody soon there, didn't I? We're off here anyway. This is obviously coming into Nashville. It's going to be shit pants. I ain't gonna go out in Nashville. I was gonna go for a walk around, but everywhere's open and everything like that. It's oh god, a lane in. So that'll be it. It sounded something.
Right, toward US 431, then take the first left.
I could have gone off down there, never mind. Thank you very much. I do. It's one of my favourite cities is Nashville. Oh man, this is a hell of an atmosphere down there. But the present climate, I don't really want to be down there and have a look. If I'd have got here a little bit earlier, because even though it's only saying it's 8:30 my time, that's 11:30 over here because of the 3 hours difference. So it's going to be busy down there. If I'd have got in early, 7 o'clock their time, 8 o'clock, I'd have probably gone for a quick mooch round or something, grabbed a coffee, but everybody's still out down there, just don't risk it at the moment. So close, you know what I mean? We are, I need to stop saying so, the wife says I say so too many so time. So no more so's. Here I am in the Loves. A lot of them are building the garages now. There's a garage over there which is really cool. It makes, so I can get it serviced. They're all adding on garage as well as just doing the tyre, which they used to just do. They're doing servicing as well and stuff like that, which is good for a quick shoot in, get it greased, get it oil changed and stuff like that. They aren't going to do major things. They aren't going to rebuild your engine or anything like that, but they could do brakes, airbags, things like that, so you're not messing about searching for anywhere or anything like that. It comes up on the Garmin what they have, sat nav, what there is and stuff like that, different ones where you can stop and what facilities they've got, whether they've got showers or they haven't got showers, or you know what I mean, boss. Do that with that. Do a little bit of that with that. Oh, Richard's. We've got a message from Richard. Oh dear, that's always. What's he done now? Anyway, I'm sure. Oh gosh. What's he broken? Anyway, I'm going to shoot and get a shower. Oh dear, Richard's driver's seat has collapsed. Oops. I shouldn't laugh, should I? He went over a railway crossing and the driver's seat's taking a plunge. Shouldn't laugh, should I, really? Well, I was only just saying the quality of a Peterbilt's better. But those big old Peterbilts like he's got, that's one of the, it's basically, they built those to compete against the Freightliner at the same price. They're a fleet vehicle, so you know, that's what you're gonna get, isn't it? Pay for what you get. So here we stop saying the so. Here we go. Let's have a look through the new vision on the windscreen. Nice clean vision. Let's go have a look at Nashville. Where are you going, Missy? We're staying there? You want to stay there? You don't want to stay there? We're going? We're going. Come on then. Let's do this. Another thing I've just you'll never ever guess what. It was pretty warm and toasty in here, so I went over for my shower, and I thought I'll flick the air conditioning unit on, so when I come back it's nice and cool in here. Plus it's got a freshener thing that goes on, and it freshens everything up in the What are you doing? Is that it? Really? Surely that ain't a thing. That was a bit bizarre, wasn't it? Oh, I see. She thought if she went up threatening behind the car, it might move, but obviously to no avail. Oh well. Ooh, I think we'll give her a wide berth. So yeah, you'll never ever guess what's just happened. Why is it telling me to go right? I don't want to go right. GPS is telling me to go right for some reason. Always watch your GPS, the freeway's that way, not that way. It's telling me to be silly and go up there for some reason, so we don't want to do that. We'll just ignore that, keep an eye on it. Don't just follow it every time, you'll end up in a shit strip pit. Yeah, so I thought I'd flick the APU on. The amazing Carrier battery operated APU. Come back to the truck, it's turned itself off. Ooh, presses it on again, has a little look. Fires up, nice, pairing away, cold air, well, ish cold air, coming out. Next it stops again, flashing up battery low. Okay, it's not charged, it hasn't even been running. Right, tries it again, battery light goes on, off then, says it is alright, charged up. Presses it again, another 5 minutes, off. Same again. So I've rang good old Kevin up at Carrier, the utility who fitted it for us, and said I think really it's about time it definitely came off now. It's just been an absolute waste of time, but he still assures me that other ones have been fitted and working, so you know, which one? Oh, wrong lane. There we go. Nashville. Feel like holiday mode when you're down here. It's totally different to over our side. I've feel quite at home in Washington State and halfway across into South Dakota and places like that. It's pretty similar, the people and everything like that. When you come that little bit further over, it all seems to be different. It's got a totally different feel about it.
Take the ramp on the right to I-65 south toward I-24 east.
This is where the tornado ripped through. Last time I was here was when that tornado, that was over a year ago since I've been this far down. And it's really cool because you get to run actually so close past the cities in America as you're going through. It's not like London, the M25, which is miles and miles out, or anything like that. You're really pretty close to all the cities. Letting me out, must be a higher bit.
Be in any of the 3 left lanes.
You'll see in a minute, we'll see the big old Batman looking thing. It's got some wheels, hasn't it? Oh, they're just ridiculous. What's all that about? Seriously? Do you think that's to compensate something? Goodness gracious. There you go. This is that's the Loves a bit further back, obviously, because I get the free showers there. But if I'm staying in Nashville, I park in this one here, which is I think it's a TA's. This is where it ripped all the way through there, did that tornado in that. Was it November last year? I think it was, something like that. It was a shit show. Okay, then you'll be coming back in then. That's good. Where's the truck stop? The truck stop is just over the other side of that building. And you only have to walk up there. It's about a mile and a half, if that. Into the town. Luckily it's uphill going into the town, it's downhill coming back to the truck, so if you have a little bit to drink here, it's still downhill, it's not uphill, so that's a little bit better. There's the stadium and what have you. You've never been out in Nashville, you got it is a TA's, it's just down there. You got to do it. It's if you can't have a laugh and party there and have the crack, there's something wrong with you. You're dead from the neck upwards, seriously. It is just, I've always had a good laugh there.
To I-24 east.
So that's, stop the so, big old scrapyard out here, right in the middle, look. Right, that you can't see. Take my word for it. Wow, language, Timothy. I'm rude to say, aren't I? So, and we get up here and you come away from Nashville, you're only in and out that bit. It's not a massive city, it really isn't. As cities go. Then you're heading down towards Chicago. Not Chicago. What am I on about? That's at the top. Chattanooga. The train. Choo choo.
In 2 miles, keep right to I-24 east.
Road start. The roads outside in Tennessee, outside of the cities are pretty good, you know. Once you get inside, man, some of them are pretty run down in all of the cities, really. That much volume of traffic. Coming over. It's not my mirrors aren't adjusted right that I have to do that little oik up there. It's because I'm a little guy and I can't actually see. If I go up on my seat, I can see down there, but just like to give it that little check, a little extra one. You don't know if somebody's hiding out down there. Of course, remember, over in America, it's freeways. You can overtake on any side you want, and they will sneak up there, get all comfy and cozy down the bottom there, looking up at your truck, thinking, "Oh, that's a nice truck. Oh, look at that flashy light going on. He must have a fault on his side lights." No, it's not a fault. It's a goddamn indicator. It means the thing's going to move. So either get out of the way or get your insurance out. Chattanooga. I try not to change lanes too much. I'll stick in a lane and I'll just sit there and swap about. I've noticed that a lot about America. There's not a lot of road changing, lane changing. People will stick there, like matey will stick in the middle lane and stuff like that, which at first I'm like, what the fuck are you sat in the middle lane? Especially over this side, going down to Florida, from over here, they will sit and camp out in that middle lane. Trucks, cars, the lot. I used to first, like, you know, you'd pull up behind them, you'd sit there and you'd think, give them a flash on the lights, nope, they're not moving, just get on with it. I don't bother now with anything, just overtake, get around that inside, get past it. He's sat there, he's probably doesn't even know I'm here. So it's a pretty green meanie though, isn't it?
Continue on I-24.
Is he? I know. Oh, that's a shame. What's a new one, is that? Forgot how far it is to come all this way. It's a long old way. What is that? What the fuck is that? I'm not a great lover of trikes. There's a trike over there if you couldn't see it. They're not my thing. So this is the big mountain of Tennessee. It is called Big Mountain. I haven't got the bloody clue what it's called. Let's have a look. Huge big mountain, and you've got to pull off. Some people fly by it. Some just ride it by. Brake adjustment place. You've got to just basically it'll stop you in the stop at the traffic lights to make sure your brakes are working before you go oiling down the hill, because this is a big old hill, this one. So you want to know you've got some kind of brakes. Obviously back in the day people had the signs have been out and the lay-by's been here for God knows ever, I presume. There's a greedy truck over there. Greedy fucking man. So as you can see we've got all the big preparing for you and lots of information, which there's always lots of information about. Take heed. Runaway ramp just to prepare yourself in case you want to do a little runoff. That looks it's at the bottom on the outside. I was going to say that looks wrong on the ramp. Go on, bring it out, Beaver. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Shame on the Indian government trying to take farmers' rights. Buggers. Listen to this, listen to this. This is going to be cool. Let's get out of here. Oh man! Look at that! That's why some of them, some places you're not allowed to use the engine brakes. That's beauty, was that. What is it, 3 mile, 4 mile, 3.5 mile or something like that, this downhill, so it's not a bad one, it's a nice one once you come down it a few times. Like I always say, get used to them first, don't be intimidated by people coming flyby. If you haven't done it before, on new mountains, here, Europe, anywhere, what is it, Windy Hill even, first time down there you need to just a little bit, but I have said before, said time and time again, with the engine brake, you aren't going to have problems, but you just get used to the machinery, that's all it is, that's the main thing about it, get used to what your truck can do, what can hold back. That was just under 20,000 revs there, 19,000, and it's holding that back, which is ideal, you know. Don't be afraid as well. I've heard other people saying, oh no, you can't brake, you can't brake. You can fucking brake. Don't talk shit. Just choose your point and don't ride it all the way down the hill. Just little bits, and now and then if it's starting to speed up on you, just slow it down a bit. Get it into manual, otherwise these Freightliners, like I've said before, have a tendency to drop it down another gear. So I'm in manual now. If I brake and it goes down to like 15,000, it'll change gear into 9th and it'll rev its bollocks off. I think that's a pretty bad design actually. You shouldn't let it over rev like that. So once you've got used to that, get it to manual. I don't go over 20,000 revs. I think 20,000. Once you're over that anyway, you've got your engine brake your J brakes aren't really working then. They aren't having much effect anyway, and all you're doing is just revving the bollocks out the engine. There's the fuck me, they must be going something to get right up there. You think it's like a competition to see who can get the highs? That must be scary biscuits going into one of them bad boys. It's not a bad lead up to this one at the other side. I could just come flying up there. And we're nearly at the bottom. So that just shows you all the way down there. I'm about 48 ton or something like that, I think. So just a little dab on the brake there, and we're good to go. Take it back into auto, taking everything off. Let's fly. I think you said something about a speed trap down here. We're at 70 mile an hour anyway, so you know. More forest. I'm now into Georgia, just come over the state line into Georgia on the 75 from Chattanooga is that way, up there. So I'm just into Georgia. When you come into any of the states, they've usually got a really fancy pants welcome area and all stuff like that, so it's, you know, they put the best rest area right at the beginning of each state line, of each entrance as you come into the state. And I noticed this straight away, but where are we? There. No overnight parking prohibited. That's a bit bizarre. Big old truck stop. Beautiful clean place and what have you. So we trotted over and investigated the situation. Apparently it's because the area is closed on a night in between 7 and 11. There's no overnight parking, they say. So I'm like, okay, so does this mean we're not allowed to park here overnight, trucks and that? And she says, oh yes, she says they do, but she couldn't really say no. But I said, do you get fines then? Are they handing out tickets? She said, no, they won't hand out tickets. So that's good to know. You can still park in here, even though it says that. but don't make my word for it. If you do get a ticket, if you get Lyle Wallace coming along in a bad mood and he tickets you. So this, like I say, is a beautiful clean rest area, and somebody can't turn around with them. Unlike my truck, which is looking a bit grufty. So I'm not far away now from my tip. I'm only 134 mile away, so not far at all. I'm just gonna have a little bit of lunch and then plough on. I'm gonna hit the traffic, whatever, so I was gonna wait till it died down a little bit. There is a truck wash just outside of where just next door basically to where I'm unloading. So I'll pop by there, see if it's busy. A lot of them are really busy. I can't afford to be stood about for a couple of hours waiting to go through a truck wash, unless I'm obviously not got a load or anything. Even though my load's for 12 o'clock, I don't want to rush down there and leave it till tomorrow to get there, which I could do. I could actually just sit back here or go a little bit closer to park in one of the truck stops, the Loves or something like that, and then go in early hours of the morning, miss all the traffic. But I would rather just poddle on, get there, and see where I am, see if I can get unloaded a little bit earlier. What are we having for dinner? It is, oh, it's one of the rice chicken, God knows, something or other, chicken malarkey stuff. Yeah, so I'll get down there. My buddy says I can park there where I'm unloading, so that's really good. Because if I do run down in the morning and I don't get to it till 12 o'clock, I will have started my e-log at silly o'clock. So that means my e-log, you know, the old pendulum, that would have been started ticking, which I don't really want. If I get there tonight, this afternoon, and they don't unload me until 12 o'clock tomorrow, my card still hasn't started, you know what I mean? So it is a bit of a ball ache, you know, because you can't do your own thing, but I need to get this load off so I can get down to get my next one off. On, rather.
Caterpillars and all them fucking junk motors, pack those and pull them out and drop
Wow. He's on a run, isn't he? So we've been sat for 3/4 of an hour, 38 mile from my destination. Really good. Why is everybody's lane's moving and mine? Yeah, about 3/4 of an hour. There'd been a car on fire or something, so we're just about to start moving again now. So, well, everybody else is, apart from bloody me by the looks of it. Let's have a different lane, because this one doesn't seem to be doing. Somebody's obviously fallen asleep. Why would you? It obviously had. Come on, wakey. Get it going. Yeah, 3/4 of an hour sat all the way across, no held up, no nothing. Get all the way into Atlanta. Atlanta's always a bad place for traffic, and I thought I was doing so.
The source definition is FC fragment of iron receptor is a protein that in humans is encoded by the FCMR gene.
Alexa, shut up. I mean, did I really ask her a question then? You see, we're still having problems. It just isn't working between us. There's no connection, chemistry or anything. It's just rude. She just blurts out like that for no apparent reason at all. Search me. It's a worry, really. Anyway, so all the way across, nothing. What, 2,750 odd 60 mile or something like that. Average 59 mile an hour still. I've never reset that forever. It's still on that. So, and then you get all the way here, ba-boom-ba. But never mind. I've still got time. I've got plenty of time. It's only, what time is it? 7 o'clock. I've not meant to tip till 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. But I want to get it off anyway. So there's the update. We do get traffic here. It does happen. Just around Atlanta. To be fair, it's like I say, I haven't been over here since last November, I think, or something like that, a long time. And obviously with the COVID-19, it's affected a lot, because this is usually a lot busier than what we're at now. driving over here is, if you ever come to America, if you're not from America and you come to, or you are from America and you come over this side of the country and get a hire car or go on a road trip or whatever, do not judge the driving antics from this side of the country to anywhere else in America. Once you get New York down, no, it's mainly Georgia, I'd say, Atlanta. Once you get Atlanta down, you get a lot of middle lane riding. They'll just sit in that outside lane and they won't move over, and they'll sit there forever. It's very, very aggressive driving you'll get here. Very defensive, won't give you an inch or anything like that. So you just gotta, it's the way they drive. It's all the way down to Florida like that. You'll get that all the way. But just some of the worst driving in the whole of the country is right here. Right here at this end. What, even on my side, the problem? Wow, that's unusual. Usually we keep moving when there's an accident like that. But as you can see, we're away. Yeah, so don't judge them all. Don't go back home or wherever you're from and what have you and say, whoa, the Americans are terrible at driving and shit like that. It's mainly here. Even Chicago is more lenient and they're more forgiving than here and stuff like that. They'll very, like I say, very defensive, very aggressive. Like any cities, you always get aggressive driving, no matter where you are in the world. I think it's because the tensions are a lot higher in the cities. A lot of push-pull shit, you know. Everybody's in a hurry. Life's totally different, but this part, definitely. Very fast speeds. I find all the trucks with governors on, restricted trucks, they will ignore every speed limit there is. They will just keep their foot to whatever limiter that is on that truck. If that truck's limited to 70 and they're in a 55, they'll do 70. If they're in a 40, they'll do 70, you know, within reason, obviously, but 9 times out of 10, that's what they do. They will not slow down. The slower the speed of the governed truck, say it's at 65, they will do that everywhere. Everywhere, I mean. That's why I think governors are, in some ways, for new student drivers, maybe, you know, it is a good thing, but after a while, I think it causes problems. Obviously, because you're paid by the mile over here, people are trying to catch the miles up. They don't seem to have the aspect of how dangerous it is going through a town and village at 65 mile an hour. They don't seem to get a concept of it. Rant over, Vernon rant, it's what it is, it's what it is. You just got to watch out for it. Okay, so when somebody gives you directions, really take heed. I didn't listen to Paul when I was chatting to him the other day. He was telling me all these directions. I'm going, yeah. So I seem to have dropped a clanger. This does not look like truck friendly. But bear in mind, I'm like 70 odd foot long. This looks pretty residential to me. I've
800 feet, turn right onto Rock Cut Road.
Garmin had it into the wrong address. For some bizarre reason, I hadn't checked. God, I just want out of here. Oh man. It looks like it might get better. So not truck friendly, is it? Well, you know, I come up to one junction and it was a sharp right. There was no way I was getting around it. So we do have wee country lanes around here and what have you. Where's he going? Where's he got his hazard lights on? See me and he's into my hazard. Don't blame me. Oh, we're good. This looks a little bit better. Not a lot. Oh man, now the Garmin's telling me this is the way for me. Yeah, where it was taking me, it was trying to take me in round the back way here. some bizarre reason. And then cut across fields like a dumbass. I came flying off the freeway. Happy days, super trucker. And then thought, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. So we rerouted and what have you, and managed to get it spun round. That happens, we do it all, you know, not all the time, it's once in a blue moon you do make a cock up. If you do, and you've gone past a junction or something like that, stop. Just fucking stop. Don't give a flying shit who's behind you or whatever. Just stop. You're a big old truck, if you've got cars coming up behind you and what have you, don't matter. Just stop, try and plan it out, redo it, reroute it, and see what you can come up with. Because you're only going to dig yourself further and further in if the road's looking too bad, you know what I mean? So that is my advice. I ain't going to take this one. I'm going to go a bit further up on this road, I think, and then we'll come round on that one. We won't go none of those little roads anyway. Oh, what do you think? Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, like I say, just stop, don't bother if anybody's behind you, put your hazard lights on, warning lights or something like that, and just get your map and get yourself sorted out so you know exactly you have a plan. Don't keep pushing yourself and pushing yourself further in. You're going to get yourself into some real shit then. Been there, done that. Hopefully we're out of here. It looks like I'm out of the 7.5 ton limit. Not that it was, honest officer. International.
Take the next right onto US 23 South, Orland Avenue.
I managed to get out of the residential area, and Kruger is just away up there the way, and I went into there to see if I could get unloaded, and they won't unload me early, they won't let me in, they throw me out, ejected, go away, which I was pretty early, you know. I'm like, what am I, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours early. That is a bit early, isn't it? So I come down just in a little industrial estate just next door to where Kruger is, and apart from that there's not a lot around here. There is some truck stops further down about 5 miles away, but they're this time of night, it's 9 o'clock here, yeah, just before 9 o'clock. They're going to be really busy down there. I've got this little spot here. There is no parking further up the way, there's all no parking signs and things like that, but not on this bit, so I'm presuming I'm going to be all right. There is a truck wash, look at the state of the truck. There is a truck wash just a bit further down the way, which I was going to go to and get the truck wash, but I thought, I've got this place here, I don't really want to lose it, and then find when I come back, I can't find anywhere to park. So I've decided it's not going to happen. I'm going to get up first thing in the morning and go and get the truck washed first thing, which ain't bad. It's a 12 o'clock tip, but that's still only 9 o'clock my time, so it's still reasonably early and stuff like that. We've got some storms going on. I'm just watching, this is the one that was coming up. I've been so lucky I've missed that. It came all the way up across here, and look at that, that's pretty. Where's it gone? Okay, it's gone all together. Show yourself. Right? No. There it is. And Florida, man, they are getting a shit show. Look at all that rain they're getting. Tropical. That'll be soon gone. That'll give them a bit of a washout, all that down there. And the reload, the next one, which I thought was miles away, about 70 odd miles, it isn't that far at all. I ain't got any lights. It isn't that far. It's only what is it? About 21 miles. The girl on the reception says here they'll take me 3 hours before, not earlier than 3 hours. So if I can get it off 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock even, you know, I ain't going to be too far away on my next pickup, which is all right. Like I said before, I don't want to lose this load, because it gets me out of the way. Atlanta, if it does shit, does it the fan, I don't want to be hanging around here too long with the presidential changeover and things like that. I just want to get out. Getting over to Texas, makes it a lot better as well, because I get over to Texas, then I've got a clean run all the way home. If he loads me out of the usual places just down the road from Houston, or even out of Fort Worth, if he loads me out of there, that's the only city. I'll only hit Seattle all the way home, which I'll probably be unloading anyway. I don't hit, it's all basically missing major cities out and everything all the way home. So that's what we're looking at, that's what we're hoping for. Good night. Before we go to bed then, I just thought I'll show you guys some of the stuff that I take with me, because some people have been asking me, what do you take in the truck and stuff like this. So I've got my toaster out. Love my toaster. It's got the oven on it as well. I'm not sure what wattage this is. My inverter is a 2000 watt inverter, and I run my microwave is 700. If you get a microwave for your inverter, I wouldn't bother going much above 700 watts. So they all say on the back of them what wattage they are and stuff like that. I'm not cooking a chicken or shit like that. I don't cook a chicken or stuff at home. I warm things up, I heat things up. That's it, basically. So I don't need a massive oven grill shit and doing all that malarkey just to heat things up. That works perfectly fine. Just remember, you've always got to start the truck though. And where you have, if you're fitting one yourself, those are already fit. Well, the boss fitted it for me. The inverter, make sure you don't have stuff packed all around it and stuff like that. It needs to breathe, because them things get hot when they're all running, especially if you're running something like this, like my coffee machine as well. So I've got my coffee machine, as you've all seen, which I go through those like they're going out of fashion. They only last me a couple of months and they break again. So I don't think they can handle the bouncing about. But so this is ideal because of the pasties. When the wife sends me with the pasties, I heat them in the microwave, give them a little bit of browning. Oh, lovely. Jobs are good. I usually only have one meal a day. I'll just have, I'll have my breakfast in the morning, and then I'll have a main meal of the day, which will be one that the wife's prepared for me that I just microwave. So that'll usually have some meat, vegetables, curry, whatever, or something like that. And then late on a night, I'll add the soup or something like that. I don't need a great lot to eat because I aren't burning the calories. You know, I aren't doing a great lot unless I'm going for a hike, and then I'll maybe take a vitamin bar or a protein shake or something like that if I'm going to do a hike, so it gives me that little bit extra or something. I still take vitamins. I still take the vitamins, not vitamins, I'm still calling them vitamins, a multivit and stuff like that. You know, it just helps along as well and stuff. So what else have we got that we're carrying? Wet wipes. Every trucker's best thing ever invented for the truckers. Does the lot. Remember, start from the top and work down. Never ever the other way. No, 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 no. Never ever. So raisins, oh, got some fruit and stuff like that. These are ideal little raisin packets. I keep some up in the top cupboard, just munch them as I'm going along. It's a lot better than grabbing chocolate bars and crisps and shit like that. And they last forever. You know, so they aren't going to go off or anything like that, so that's ideal. And that's about it. But I've got tin stuff and stuff like that. Your usual stuff. I've run out of beans actually. I did search for some beans, but I've run out of them. It's going to be tomato soup tonight. I haven't found one of them for a while. So that's a little bit up on it. This bit up here is, like you see, I still love having the extra room and that. You know, even after what I've had this truck 2 years now. I had the other one probably 6 months, 7 months before that, or 6 months I think, before I got the new one. Very similar, the new one to the old style. Just these cabinets are a little bit different and stuff like that. But Boeing had something to do with the design on making them, which they've done really well. They have. I do prefer the new style one, even though it's about the same amount of storage space and what have you. It seems a lot more open and stuff like that. The only thing I would like is a swivel chair. I would like to look at a swivel base chair, and with that I think everything would be really sorted. You can move the telly about all over the place and things like that. It's pretty good. It's yeah, I still look at it now and think, Jesus, you know, because that when you're stuck in the European ones and you've only got that little bit of room, it does make it very difficult. But God, it's a lot easier than what it used to be in the 112 or the 93 Scania or something like that, trying to get dressed. That was not easy, even for a little guy like me. I could actually, in the what was the thing? Was it the MAN? It was the MAN, my 372 or something. I could actually stand up in the middle if I opened the sunroof with my head just on a tilt. And that was the low roof one. It helps to be small. Morning, all. We've just done pulled in. I'm still a couple of hours ahead of my booking time, so that's a bonus. But we are empty yet. We're only going to the door. But at least we've got a door. Look at the size of this place. It's huge. It really is. 518 I'm looking for. Is it 518? Yeah, 518. Which is handy because we've got these little marquee board things that are telling me where my numbers are. 5.8. Surely they haven't got 772 bays here. No way. That's a lot of bays. No safety vest and no unloading. Okay. That's a lot of trucks. It's a beautiful day. Got 14 degrees when I was sat in the car park. It's 12 as I'm moving along. Really, like I said yesterday, it feels tropical when you're down this side, far down this side. It feels totally different to Texas. This is more, you know, it really is tropical. The smell, the temperature, everything. There we go. Is he going to wait there? Or do I have to wait for him? Hey up, buddy. Somebody's not in my door, are they? How bloody rude! 518. No, nobody's in my door. 518. There we go. Make life a little bit easier. Spin it round. Is this wheels to the back? No, we're no wheels to the back. We've no need for that, so that's a bonus. Here we go, into the door. Hello, here it is, still in the same goddamn place as before. My appointment was at, what time was it? Half past 12, I think it was their time. It is now 3:30. They've just started unloading me. I went up to see them, but there's no point. We're very busy. We'll get to you when we can. So there's the red light. We've got red light. I don't know if you can notice we are bouncing up and down a little bit as the forklift's going in and out. So there is some actual movement going on in the back. How long they're going to be after they unload me before I get my bills, my paperwork and stuff like that is a different matter. Hopefully it won't be too long. I spoke to the people who I'm loading out of for Texas, and well, I spoke to my boss actually, and she's got in touch and stuff like that, and dispatch has, and hopefully everything's going to be all right with them. So Actually, I can't see it being a problem. It's a 24-hour place, the place I'm loading, so hopefully they'll be able to fit me in somewhere and get me loaded. If not, I've got a full shoot tomorrow as well to do it. It doesn't have to be there. It's 850 miles or something like that. I've got to be there tomorrow night, so you know, I ain't overly worried yet. As long as I get a couple of 100 mile in tonight or something like that. It's for bread for a supermarket, so it should be supermarket restock, so I'll be running e-log exempt anyway, so straight on, you know how it goes. But whoa boy, is it toasty here. Is it toasty? I've been for a little wander up and down. There's not a lot obviously here. I'm on an industrial estate in the middle of nowhere, but it is pretty nice out here. And I haven't been, like I said before, I haven't been this far down for forever, because I was on the flowers all last summer, so I never got down here. The last time I was here, I said November on the beginning of this video. It wasn't November. It was, in fact, when was it? It was the rally. I went to the thingy rally. The oh, what's it called? I'll think of it in a minute. Let's have some illumination. I went to the rally down in Daytona, the bike rally. I just made the beginning of that before they shut it down of Rona. So you know, it's nearly a year since I went there. And shorts on. Oh yeah, we've got the quarter shorts, and obviously it's not super hot, so socks have to stay on, just to make sure the Americans don't think that, you know, don't we have American socks on this side? And we have a cup of tea. So it's afternoon tea. Chill back, sit back, and just watch a film, as you do. Nothing I can do, all done, all my paperwork and shit like that, and hopefully they're not going to be too long and I can get the hell out of here and hopefully get down into Texas. The weather's going to stay like this, I hope. Richard's going up north, and I'm so glad I kept stung about this this load and just kept it on it, because that is like a shit show. There is a torrential storm going on. See if we can pull it up real quick. Going on up in the north at the moment. Jesus, man, that is not looking happy up there. It really isn't. Let me just see if I can grab it. It's not going to be good. They've got wind, they've got snow, they've got shit, they've got everything going on. They really have. There we go. See, that's the way Richard's got to go. He's got to come through all this poo and everything like that. That's just bad. But I'm dropping down here into Texas, and then I'll be coming back up over here. Hopefully missing it all. Happy days. Well, so I made it over here. I am extremely late. I'm like, because I held up getting the other load off, I'm proper late. Really late. And I have like thrown it over here without getting the inside. I haven't even had a chance to, I tried to wing it, and I haven't swept the back of the trailer out or anything. I haven't done none of that. I thought I'll just shoot over here and try it. I ain't got time to go to the truck wash or anything like that. I pulled in here, and now these guys tell me that I have to reschedule for my load. But the boss says to me they're all right till 11 o'clock, and it's like 5:30 now. I was meant to be here at 12:30. So 5 hours late, you know. Hey ho. They keep people here forever, don't they? But that's the way it is. That's the way it is with transport, with coal stores. When you're loading out of them, you have to be on time. When you're unloading at them, you have to be on time. But if they keep you there for hours, that's okay. Are they going to pay you extra money? 4 hours. 4 hours, 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours unloading the last spot after my booking time. So I was there quite a while. But that's the norm, you know what I mean? It's just a bit of a pisser. When you when I'm only loading a short run like this, when I'm only going, can you actually see me there? No. When I'm actually only going 850 miles, I hate doing these short ones, but it gets me over. It gets me away from Atlanta, like I say, and gets me into Texas. My next load after that is I don't know if we've got it up yet. Have we got it up? Have we got it? My next load, it just told me no, we ain't got it on the board yet. Is where am I going? Dallas to Salt Lake City that'll be from load Saturday, so that'll probably be Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday or something in Salt Lake City, and then Eastern Washington, Clackamas. I know something or other he said. Oh, hang tough, she's on it, says my boss. Cool, that was the message. So, luckily, if you come into a place like this and there's a discrepancy, don't spin out, because there's, like I just said to the guy, can I park anywhere just for a minute? I need to make some phone calls and see something. Just hang tight while people make some phone calls. You don't want to get yourself out of here, you know, trying to, and you end up 20, 30, 40 mile away trying to find some goddamn place to get parked, only for them to call you back and say they'll load you. Pre-cool the reefer as well. It's -10. This has got to be. Make sure your reefer, your fridge is already cooled down before you get there. Then you aren't wasting any time. Even if they do sit you on a bay for 2 days or whatever, you know, you've done your bit. Don't try and slow it up anymore. That's all there is. And it's grand, isn't it? The weather down here. Like I say, the APU as well before. The APU's still not bloody working. Can't get it working. Stupid thing. The fan works on it, but that's it. Here we go. It isn't looking good here. They aren't. I don't think they're going to load me or anything out of here tonight. So it's like 6 o'clock now. So my boss is trying to ring round, trying to find somewhere and shit like that. Not there again. Ring round and find some other things he can do and what have you. I doubt very much he's going to get me anything tonight. Like I said before, I rushed over here without getting the inside of the truck wash. So I'm going to go back the 14 miles to the truck wash, which it's a bit of a gamble.
Left, then take the first right.
Because once you get into, I'll go see what the queue's like over at the truck wash. If it's massive, I ain't joining it. I don't, because those blue beacons, they're a bit of a shit, really. If you get into them, into the lineup, I'll show you when I get there anyway. So here we are in the truck wash. So I made it over to the truck wash. I can't remember whereabouts we were, where I was telling you I was up to. Oh yeah, the load. Oh, gotta go. Here's the boss man. Yeah, the load that was back on again. Just got my load board and with the load through on to me tablet here, and it was to load tomorrow, not too far from where I am actually, and skewed all the way across to Dallas. And then I looked at it and I thought, I'm Fort Worth, Dallas. No, this was all over the place. It's got one delivery in Dallas, then it's got going all the way out to Wichita Falls, then to come all the way back to Dallas, then to go. It's been bollocks. Whoever put that together hasn't looked at it, and it isn't right. Can't do that one. I'm going to be all over the place, and that's going to take me 3 days. 3 days to get all those off, and it'll only give me something like 700 miles or something. Why is it 791 miles? That can't be right. It must be 791 for the first delivery. Can't be the full malarkey, that. Oh, but there's only three stops on there. I don't know. Anyway, so I called my boss up. I said, what the hell are you doing to me, man? And he said, don't worry, I'm on it. He said, I explained, and he said, let me have a look. He had a look. He said, yeah, that's not too good. So we won't confirm that one. We'll leave that one at the moment and see if we can get us something else while we're waiting the truck washed. Hopefully this shouldn't be too much longer. Hopefully, and then I'm going to go back to exactly the same place I was last night, get parked up, and call it a day again. So today's been a pretty wrote off day, not a great lot of production at all, but hey, you get them like that, don't you? So I'm gonna have to talk to this guy. So I can tell him not to put that bloody acid on my wheels. Morning, y'all. So I got the truck washed last night, as you saw, and I still haven't got a load come through yet.
Stopway, then take the third left.
Thank you, Gal. Thank you very much. Still haven't got a load come through yet. I'm anticipating that he's got a load out of Dallas for loading tomorrow, which is what, 600 mile away, 600 mile away, something like that. So obviously he doesn't want me to run that empty, because that's quite a long way, isn't it? I think he's trying to find me somewhere to get me across there, because they cancelled that load, like I said. Load of poo. That other one, which is my turn in here. Blue beacon. Tire shop marker. next one. So it's, you know, obviously in his interest wants to get me back across there. Gets me a load across there. Anything's better than paying for running me empty kind of thing. So if he doesn't find me anything, it's like Friday 10 o'clock now here. I'm anticipating if he doesn't find me anywhere by lunchtime, he'll probably say run over empty to Dallas and get that load on for Salt Lake City.
Take the first left.
Shut up, Saddam. And I was going to come back in here. I'm back at the Blue Beacon again, so I'm pissed. I'm pretty pissed. Last night I left here, I had to go 10, 14 mile, no, about 14 mile out my way to find somewhere to park because there was nowhere to park. Around here, everywhere's chock-a-block. Like I've said before, it gets very busy round here and there in the truck stops and what have you. After about 5 o'clock, everything's usually packed up. They haven't washed my wheels. I tell them not to put the acid on them, but not to actually not wash the fucking wheels at all. So I'm pretty pissed about it. So I'm gonna I am pulling in there. That is a damn sure thing. I'm gonna go up and try and turn round.
Then take the first left.
Because I want to wash the frigging wheels. You know, I'm not. Oh god, that's a bump in it now. Whoa! I saw trucks go up here last night, hoping, and turned round. So, oh yeah, there is a turn round. So I'm going back to bloody complain. I am about my unwashed wheels. They just haven't touched them really. So we'll let you know. Here you go, I'll just turn that off. So I'm back at the Blue Beacon, Deep Beacon, whatever I call it, thingy. And this is, like I say, I don't think I'm being petty, but as you can see, they haven't even touched those. You know, you pay for a wash and you get half a wash, it's pretty pissing off. So I'm going to go back in there and see what we can do with the score of that. The Blue Beacon came in and Johnny is straight on the case. What's your name, brother? Duke here is helping out and he said bring it in, not a worry, and we'll see what we can do with them to polish them up. Obviously you want this gang that was on last night that missed the wheels, but good old Johnny, so you don't ask, you don't get, guys. So there you go, a result. So they've washed them up a little bit. Wow, that was erratic, wasn't it? I'm fueling up in the lug at the moment. Little tip. It's been washed out last night and the temperature's what? It's about 14 here. I got condensation on the inside of the trailer. Just crank the trailer up to whatever temperature it is outside, about similar, or maybe a little bit higher or something like that. Open your flap at the back, get rid of all that condensation out of it, otherwise you don't want to turn up at the shipper and have it dripping water and shit all over the place. They're going to be pretty pissed with you. So anyway, my wheels, I am going to have to polish them up. They've come up a little bit better. They actually washed them, did a good old John. He tried his best, but he said I think the damage is done from them putting the acid on before. But hey ho, the trailer looks sweet, I suppose, and the cab doesn't look too bad.
Attention customers, for your safety and the safety of our team,
run to the hills!
Required in this facility. Thank you for your cooperation.
Is he going on? Yeah, so give the reefer a crank up, get that going. I'm still waiting on the load, so fingers crossed. I've got a bit of time. Fuel up, always get fueled up. Like I'm sat here now. I had 3/4 of a tank, but make sure you fill it up now. I've got a bit of spare time. The last thing I want is that load to come through on my tablet, where to go, and then get the load on. Halfway into the load, I've got to fuel up somewhere. I'd rather get it done now while you've got a bit of time. That gives me 2 days of fuel then without fueling up. So it just buys you time. Right, I'm hoping this will work. I'm just going to try and explain to you blindside reversing. I hope you can see out on my mirror. And the advantage is, I can't get the camera angle right, so I'll just have to leave it where it is to show you both the back and the front, because holding it in hand was just going to be a bit too difficult, I think. So now I'm looking for where my trailer wheel is on that yellow line there. I want my trailer wheel there, and then I know I ain't going to hit matey, so I can start bringing it round now. And I know once I've got to the apex of it, once my twin wheels in the middle have got to the edge of there, we know we aren't going to hit it. Now I'm on the magnified one to bring round. Now I'm looking through my window, my bunk window at the back, to see where my trailer is. So I can work out where my trailer's going through that bunk window. There's so much advantage you have in that bunk window, because without that, you're going to be jumping in and out all the time. So I know now, I've got clear view all the way. I'm in the middle of the car park. I've already checked out the car park. I know the obstacles in the car park, you know what I mean? Now I'm straightening up. I've lost the mirror view. Now from that mirror, from the window, sorry, I've lost that. So now I'm back on my mirrors again. So now we're straightening up, chase it round. Doesn't matter if it's a bit of an angle when you come round, as long as you get it back straight again into the middle of the car park. So we want to be in the middle of the car park. Now we're going for, there's a hole right over in that corner. That's the one we want. Remember the colour of the truck, in case things have moved. The one you want. And I'm right against the verge side, so this is the hardest one to get in. I ain't no super reversing king, you know what I mean? I ain't no super trucker. Move your body, get your body out there and have a look for it. You know what I mean? You can't just expect to sit back and it to all work for you. You've got to do a bit of stretching and writhing about. The advantage of that mirror though is brilliant. Now I can see, I don't know if you can see in the mirror there, I've got my magnetic one, I can magnified mirror, the bottom one. I can see that's on the line where I want to be. So now we want to chase it round. Chase it, there we go. Now we're straighten up. Now we'll bring it back round again. Tri-axle trailers I found in Europe were a lot easier. I'm looking out my window now. I'm now looking out the window to see where my trailer is. So I've forgotten about the what is it? The mirror. So I'm on there. Now you've got the problem with the curb out of this mirror though. So we've got to look at this side because we're about to hit the curb there. I know I'm in line with my trailer. I can see it in my mirror and the magnifying one. So let's just straighten up a little bit. Not too much. You don't want to go too much of an angle on it. Straighten it right up and just pop it back in there. There you go. Now I'm back. I'm still on the mirror now. I've forgotten about the window. Forget about the window and stuff like that. It is quite a large area, is this? So there's quite a bit of room. And I did have the advantage of there is. So let's just have a look where we're at. Thank you. So as you can see, that's what I'm using, the window over there and the mirror. If you just take a few little gentle steps, it's obviously practice, mate. It doesn't make perfect, but like I say, I am the best driver in the world. And as you can see, there is quite a lot of room here to really move yourself and things like that. I did have a bit of a cheating thing. It would have been a lot more difficult had there been a trailer alongside me, obviously because of the back end swing on the trailer. I had all that back end swing that I didn't have to worry about because I was going up against the curb. And there was no truck on the front of that one, so it gives you the advantage if you can come forward a little bit further than what you normally would. So, you know, it's just practice. Just remember to watch those wheels, where the wheels are on the side of on the lines. Focus on the lines of your wheels. If you know where your wheels are, you should be, and you know the distance to the back end and stuff like that, you should be pretty much safe. If you are, get out and have a look. Just get out. It ain't going to cost you anything, and if you're really not sure about it, ask somebody. Just knock on a trucker's door and say, can you give me a hand to watch you in? Because if you don't ask them, I can guarantee you 9 times out of 10 they will sit. They'll beep the horn after you've hit it, but they won't beep it until after you've hit it. And then they'll rear up and say, didn't you see that there? There's a nice old Pete, look at that bad boy. There we go, still waiting on the load. Bye-bye. Giving her a polish up, what do you think? The wheels have come up a little bit. A lot better than they were, kind of thing. I haven't bothered with the back ones, just giving it a bit of polish up. It's taken me about an hour to give it a polish and what have you like that. Don't go hog crazy on the wheels, there's no point. It's going to hit salt on the way up as well and stuff like that. quick wipe over and stuff like that. It will stay cleaner because I use the Rain-X on it, so it'll stay clean a bit longer. Like I say, I haven't bothered with my back one. I couldn't be bothered, to be fair, because they're just going to get just as bad. So like I use Diamond, what is it, Diamond something or other, what is it, let me have a look. Diamond White, but that isn't that the drink the Scottish like, or used to like. White Diamond, that's it, White Diamond I use. So don't use a vast amount of it. You don't want to waste it all because it's somebody's calling. Who's that? Oh, that's the boss man. Gotta go. So that was the boss just confirming that I'd got my load. Here's the load. So total change of plan now. I'm just outside of Atlanta at the moment, and this one is going to where are we loading out of? Arkansas, which is just over 500 mile away. So that is, I'm all right with that. It's through Memphis. I'm not a great lover of Memphis, but hey ho, we've got to get there to get there. You know what I mean? So I'll get rocking, and then that's going to go to Salt Lake City, not till Tuesday. So it's not too bad. But now we look at the plan. Let's have a look at route map here. As you can see, we have a shit show of a storm going on right in the middle. I'm down here. This little dot, that is me, just above the Florida storm, which will be rain there. That will be okay. Well, at the moment in time, I can't really say that'll just be rain, because Jesus, the way things have been with the weather is unbelievable. It really is. Snow right down in Texas and shit like that. So anyway, here's my route. So I've come right down the top. This is a nice little run. I'll have to count up how many states I've done by the time I get back on this one. It'll be a fair few, that's for sure. I've got up here, and then right across to Salt Lake City. But the problem is, that route is going to take me through there. We don't want that one, do we? No, that's through Colorado. If anybody's watched my other video, which was over to Kentucky, the other one through Arkansas, through Colorado, man, that is hilly and up and down. It's a beautiful run. It's one of the best routes you can take right across the middle there. It is spectacular. It really is. If you want to do a road trip, you get through the middle of Colorado. Spot on. But not in a truck this time of year, I'm afraid so. No. So I'll see what the weather's like tomorrow, see what we can do, see what this storm's doing. Wyoming can be an absolute shit show as well, but if it's not going to be too far on my way, I'm probably going to drop down a little bit. It's probably going to be 100, maybe 200 mile out. I'm going to drop down New Mexico and come back up the way. No, it's probably going to be about 150. I don't think it's going to be that much. 150 mile out my way over in America is a lot better than sat for 2 or 3 days. That is a damn sight, sir. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be sat there for 2 or 3 days. That definitely isn't a thing. So let me just get that right. So we know where we are on that. Next thing is my miles. I like to keep a check on my miles. I'm up to 4,700 for this month and now. I always reset my mileage at the beginning of the month to see where I am like that. I'm a tight Yorkshireman, aren't I? It's no good if I aren't earning money, that is for sure. So at the moment, like I say, 4,700. This trip will give me. It's saying on the Google map, it's saying 1,500 miles, just short. I don't believe that. It's usually wrong, is that? But I'll be dropping down out the way, so it's probably going to give me 1,600 mile, maybe a little bit more, something like that, maybe 17 in fact, by the time I get round to Salt Lake City, which is on the 19th that delivers, so I'll be there on the 18th. So we're just over halfway through the month, and I'll be up to what was that, 6,500 maybe, something like that. Maybe no more, 6,500. That's 6,4. Yeah, it's going to be 6,567, 6,700, something like that. Which, you know, that's okay. That's good. as long as I don't stand out too long. Because I've been sat here that long, I've had me 34 anyway, so I don't have to do a recap or anything like that. I can just get it going now and go all the way home without stopping, which is grand. I'm just going to have a quick cup of tea before I start my clock and see where we are. Got to have a cup of tea before we hit the road. It's a thing. Yeah, no, I haven't got a kettle. I still use this thing, yeah. I still use the microwave. Some people are saying, get yourself a kettle. Why don't you have a kettle? It does the same shit, man. It boils water. It's no different at all. Oh, I got my map put up here as well, rather than I used to have it on the back. But now I've got the map up on the top there, which I think is a lot better up there. It's a lot neater out there. I am obsessed with travel. As a few of you might know, I've been as far as there, Kazakhstan, and obviously right across America now, and down into Morocco twice. On my motorbike, that were, for the people who don't know. So I stare at there and think, where will the wife be sending us once COVID's finished, and what trip will we be doing this time? She's planning something, I know she is. She'll be planning on dragging me and Jack around on them trains again. But it'll be fun, no doubt, and it'll be knocking up a few countries, that's for sure. So let's see how we get on when I get loaded, and then I'll decide, I'll let you know which route we're going to take and which route not.